What's up, you guys? Jason Wardrop here, and I just wanted to share with you my last 2 weeks. I'm 2 weeks into Greg O'Gallagher's Warrior Shredding Program. Kind of give you a little update on some of the things that I've experienced and some things maybe to expect. So when I first got started, honestly, I thought that the intermittent fasting thing was going to be extremely difficult for me. I normally wake up and I start eating pretty much just like as soon as I get up. I get up at 5:30 a.m. And so the whole thing of not eating until 6 hours later, especially when you're getting up that early and working. And I normally used to work out first thing in the morning. I've switched that a little bit, and I'll tell you guys a little bit more about that. But I thought it was gonna be extremely difficult because I had to eat every 2 to 3 hours. And I don't know about you guys, but that was kind of how my body functioned. But clearly I wasn't getting the results. And it's been interesting because before I started this program, I felt like I was working out a lot harder. I was being a lot more consistent with what I was eating. But I know this sounds kind of crazy, but the last 2 weeks, my workouts have been way easier than they were before. And my eating, just because it's so condensed in a short period of time, you stay more full. And it's crazy because that first week of intermittent fasting was actually a little bit difficult to kind of get over that hump. But then the second week was just so much easier because you go through, you kind of get used to that morning of just, not eating. And then once you do eat, your stomach's kind of compressed. And so you just get fuller a lot quicker. And then as far as the workouts go, I'm in and out in 30 minutes. Before I was working out for about an hour. I'm in and out in 30 minutes. And kind of to what I was saying a little bit earlier, I used to wake up 5:30 a.m. and go hit the gym at 6, from 6 to 7, and then kind of just start my work day, right? Now, I've got a pretty flexible work schedule. I work from home, so it's kind of nice. But what I did was instead of waking up and going straight into my workouts, what I'll do is on my lifting days, so the lifting days are Monday, Wednesday, Friday. What I'll do is I'll actually, Monday and Wednesday, just because it's a little bit more rigid schedule with my work schedule, I'll work out at 9 a.m. So I'll go from 9 to about 9:30. And then typically, Greg says apparently that you don't have to you don't have to eat right afterwards. And so the first week I was kind of eating right after that, but it doesn't, it gave me probably 4 hours after I woke up that I was fasting. And then I was kind of just having that eating window a lot earlier. So it was 9:30 till about, 3:30, 4:30 in the afternoon. But since I kind of that second week, I shifted it where I would work out still at 9 to 9:30, but then I would just hold off and I wouldn't break my fast. I wouldn't eat till about 11:30 or 12. And now this week, what I want to do is on Fridays, just because I've got a little more flexible schedule, I'm going to push back my workouts till about 3 p.m. after I've actually broken my fast. Because what happened is, so we've got 2 refeed days in the Warrior Shredding Program. So you've got Monday, which is obviously a lifting day, and Friday, which is a lifting day. But you've got Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, so you've got 3 calorie deficit days. So what I noticed this past week is on Friday, when I went in to go through and we do incline bench press and stuff, it was pretty hard to get in and lift a decent weight after 3 calorie deficit days and while fasting. So I was if I want to get some better strength, some better gains with that stuff, I'm going to move my workout. So this Friday, I'm going to actually move it till about 3 p.m., probably 2, 3 p.m. So I'm going to break my fast, get some food in me, not too much that makes it crazy for the workout, but enough that I can actually go through and get some carbs in there to actually push some more weight for myself. So I'll update you guys on that next week. But as I mentioned, overall, guys, you guys have seen kind of my before and after in the thumbnail, which 2 weeks ago I was about 187. That is the worst I've ever been in my life. So the last couple of years, I started up a software company. I work from home. So honestly, I don't even have to really ever leave my house, which it's got its pros and cons, right? It's nice that I don't have to leave my house, but also I'm just sitting on my butt all day. Whereas before, when I was in college and even before that, I was super active. I was playing basketball all the time. And just I didn't really ever have to think about what I was eating or what I was doing. But now, where I'm just sitting around, my day is completely sedentary. I've got to go through and try to figure out something else. And I would try, like I've done Insanity and Asylum in the past, kind of like the more upbeat, high tempo workouts. But I was in a bad ski wreck a couple years back, and my body just doesn't handle it that well. And so I'll even like stretch and do all this stuff. And so that's actually what I was like a couple weeks ago. I was trying that for a minute, and then I once again just hurt my back. And so I was like, hey, I've got to figure something else out. So that's when I kind of stumbled upon Greg's program, his quiz and all that stuff. So I'll actually link down to his quiz as well in the description, because that kind of, I think it's super solid because it it tells you what program you should focus on. Because like initially, this is probably about 6 months ago, I went through and I thought I should jump on his aggressive fat loss program, which to me, I was fatter than I'd ever been, but it was too much. I didn't really need that. It was like cutting way too much, and I just wasn't able to hack it because I don't think I had that much weight or kind of like body fat to lose. And so then I actually went through the quiz, figured it out, warrior shredding program, and ever since I've kind of been doing that, it's been amazing. So my goal, kind of share with you guys, is to go through and do the warrior shredding program for the 12 weeks. And it's cool because the last week I finish off actually is on my birthday week. And so that kind of be kind of the change, the shift. And then after the warrior shredding program, I want to jump in. I want to do the Greek God program, which will be great. I'm assuming it's pretty similar. I mean, it's still the intermittent fasting, it's still all that stuff, but you'll probably get a little bit more calories since it's more of a bulking. So I want to just go through, share my journey with you guys and how it's working, keep you updated. So far, the first 2 weeks has been amazing. I'm grateful that I went through and took before pictures, and I'm taking pictures throughout the week or throughout the weeks. Like I didn't take one after week 1, just after 2 weeks. And then I think I'm going to take one every single week, and I'll keep you guys updated here on the channel. So anyway, hopefully that's helpful to at least somebody on here. If you're thinking about intermittent fasting, if you're thinking about the warrior shredding program or any of Greg O'Gallagher's programs, highly recommend taking the quiz, jumping in, getting started. And with that said, guys, I will keep you updated, and I'll see y'all next week.